We'll do this through platforms that design, create, and source bespoke products to meet their individual needs and wants across many areas. The root problem we are solving is that one size fits all simply doesn't cut it in a world of almost 8 billion personalities, shapes, sizes, and physiologies. Some people desire personalization for aesthetic expression, some for self-esteem, and some for genuine health reasons. The problem with customization, however, is that there are barriers. We often don't know what will suit our distinct needs. And actually creating that is not always feasible. And even when custom solutions exist, it takes time and money to get these products from point A to B. Areas where personalization matters include clothing, nutrition, cosmetics, and our current focus, like I just said, nutrition. But why nutrition? Because in South Africa, the market is large. We have an existing relationship with a crucial custom nutrition supplier, and we feel like the aforementioned pains are also acute here. This is because many people require some form of dietary intervention that is distinct to them, but pain points in that process include the expert knowledge required to know your needs. Even if you know your needs, the ingredients you require are often decentralized and the number of options can be overwhelming. And then of course, it takes time and money to purchase these things and get them to your home and get them into your body. Our solution to this is an online platform that has 3 vital components. 1, a questionnaire that asks typical dietitian questions and suggests a dietary intervention based off that, using the same algorithmic process that dietitians employ on a day-to-day basis. 2, a one-stop shop where people can create and edit the custom order, which comes in the form of a shake mixture with literally trillions of combinations. And 3, a seamless shopping experience from checkout to delivery, subscription options included. Our algorithm, developed with the guidance of a dietitian, will take in inputs concerning the user's body type, physical conditions, and also their health objectives, and would recommend a set of ingredients based off that, also tailored to the recommended daily allowance for things like their weight, their age, their sex. Now, though the solution doesn't yet exist in South Africa, there is validation of the concept worldwide. In the US, the startups Routine and Care/of have raised over $85 million in funding and been valued at almost $250 million. In South Africa, the supplements and vitamins industry is valued at least 7 billion rand, with a 13.5% annual growth rate. Of all the segments we could target, we've identified the health conscious, typically female, upper LSM youth as our lowest hanging fruit. This is someone who is aware that she needs a dietary intervention and is more likely to adopt a digital solution, but is currently time-pressed and unaware of the means of sorting out her needs. Future segments could include the elderly who take a cocktail of pills on a daily basis, mothers of young children who are anxious about their kids' health, and more male bodybuilder types who have fitness goals that go beyond their basic nutritional requirements. Our solution is made feasible through a key partnership with South African supplier, Taylor Blend, who can accommodate highly custom nutrition orders, who stocks over 100 ingredients and who would handle all logistics and stock risk. Taylor Blend currently works with dietitians only and has very little interest in a BTC play, and we've even received a letter of intent from them to work with us on this project. As a result, our business model is as simple as this. For every month straight supply sold, which would average at about 550 Rand, we take a 35% margin, which leaves us ample room for discounts, referral programs, and to cover our meager fixed costs, which at this stage in the project would just be things like software tools and hosting. Rarely, one sale a month would cover these. Our competition in this space includes most of the players in the highly fragmented supplements industry, but seeing as though all of these brands offer fairly generic products, we do see our custom one-stop shop solution as differentiated enough to carve out a niche. We can look abroad to validate this assumption too. The nutrition space is way more saturated and way more fragmented in the US, though Routine and Care/of have evidently thrived. But where to from here? Right now, we're testing a solution with friends and family where we are the algorithm and we manually place orders through Taylor Blend. In stage 2, we will develop a low-code MVP using tools like Webflow and Airtable with a simple rules-based algorithm. Here we will distribute through dietitians, clients, and possibly even through dietitians themselves as a referral scheme. Stage 3 would be the development of a web app with core functionality, possibly with Bubble and SQL as the stack. At this stage, we'd have a more complex algorithm and would distribute generally through social media marketing and through influencers, of which we know quite a few. And then in stage 4, we'd focus on incremental improvements driven by user demand. At this stage, we'd start investigating methods like a supervised learning approach. We'd hopefully have enough traction to grow the sales force. And we'd start exploring new segments, possibly the pill poppers or bodybuilders. And of course, at every stage of the way, we do think we'll be able to lean on the experience and the networks we've gained through working in high-growth startups to make this a success. And hopefully some sage advice from the likes of you too, our judges. So thank you for your time, and we look forward to your distinct feedback.
Can we ask questions?
Yes, please. Go ahead.
So I'm not sure which fragment I would fall into, which segment. I want to understand, take me through like a user journey. So I'm not quite clear on what the actual USP is here. So somebody, how just take me through a person, your somebody in your target market. What happens? How does it work?
Hi, Brigitte. Okay,
Hi.
so assuming that we end up having a user that comes onto our platform, what they will first be confronted by is a questionnaire, and it's a typical style.
Sorry. Why would they come onto your platform? What is it that you are offering them?
So yeah, so I think that like many people at some point in their lives start realizing that they need to take control of their diet.
Okay.
They might have actually gone to somebody like a dietitian before who prescribed them certain vitamins or nutrients. Some people might just think, you know what, I want to be healthier, or I've realized I'm anemic, or this or that, or even I want to, become fitter and supplement my diet and stuff. So they start realizing that there's changes they can make, but they don't know what exact changes to make because the information is overwhelming. And then you start going to stores like Dischem where you talk to a person in the supplements area and they start giving you all these different names, ingredients, and things that you don't actually understand. You get people who get recommended, oh, you should take omega oils, or you should take zinc, all these things, right? So you start on this kind of really overwhelming journey that often results in people basically taking a whole cocktail of like vitamins each morning and a protein shake after gym. And then sometimes they also just don't actually get their daily basic like protein requirement stuff, or maybe they've gone vegetarian. So there are all these different people with all these different reasons for needing a dietary intervention. And we want to first, like obviously we would, through different acquisition channels, try to make people more like solution aware that actually there's one place where you can firstly find out your needs through a really simple process that will then give you like a bunch of ingredients, and that's something you can do for free. So like literally online questionnaire, you get your needs. You're welcome to go off and then find all these like decentralized ways of solving that need. Or, right, we then offer the next step, which is essentially instead of getting 3 different products from Dischem and then also getting this from somebody, you can literally get all these ingredients tailored to your recommended daily allowances for your kind of unique body type in one actual kind of shake formula, which you can then get a monthly supply of on subscription delivered to your doorstep with the exact breakdown you need.
And is it about is it about supplements? Because when you said nutrition, that implies food to me.
Yeah, it's got all the macronutrients like carbohydrates, protein, and everything. Okay. But on top of that, it's got all those essential kind of minerals and vitamins that people often get like pills and stuff for. It's got things like collagen, all sorts of amino acids. So it can be used for like fitness performance. It can be used for just basically meeting your daily recommended needs for different like nutrients. And then of course it can be used to treat to cover certain gaps that might happen because of like certain physical conditions you have. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, but it's a supplement though. It's not food.
So I don't think it's an entire like meal replacement that you would have every 3 times a day. It's not like soy, lentils, something like that. But I think that most people, when they go to a dietitian, the dietitian works out the gap between their current diet because the person says, I have cereal in the morning, I have a sandwich for lunch, I have a cooked dinner. Nutritionists or dietitians will typically recommend like you need to fill the gaps with this, and this product. This is the idea of 1, we help you basically get that exact same advice, and 2, we actually get you to get all that into one product. Yeah.
Okay. And are you aiming to own the products as well, or are you going to be like a aggregator of products?
So like we mentioned, that supplier tailored blend essentially stocks already over 100 ingredients that cover all these bases. And they work with select few dietitians in Pretoria where dietitians would actually say to their clients, like, we think you need this, and we can actually create you a custom shake that will do that for you. So it's already being used by dietitians as a proven process. They just don't think that the average person knows about it, and it hasn't reached the scale that the idea could. So we would literally be able to interface with Tailored Blend to give them this order for this person, and they would actually, then create that and ship it out and handle the logistics. So essentially like a consumer-facing, almost white-labeled solution off of Tailored Blend with a really good relationship with them. And also because they're deep into this kind of really regulated space, they automatically have systems that can flag when, let's say, a certain request has gone beyond like the kind of recommended allowances and stuff. So it's not like people can go and order like a dangerous cocktail of like different, fitness-related supplements and stuff that's going to then result in some actual health issues.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Brigitte.
Hi guys, can I ask one quick question?
Please do.
The partnership with dietitians, why would a dietitian want to use yourself? Because you sound like you're doing quite similar function to what they would be doing.
So, hi, Precious. I don't believe that we would ever end up replacing a dietitian. It would rather be a supplementation to what their existing offering is. And so the dietitian would meet with somebody, take a look at their specific needs, and then perhaps say, okay, this is something you absolutely do need. However, if you want an end-to-end solution, please go and use Distinctly, and they'll be able to provide to you an all packaged product that will then be delivered to your door. And at the end of the process, once the suggestions come through, the user is able to add and edit what ends up in their shake. The way in which we would ensure that the dietitians would actually push our product towards their users is that we'll have an affiliate program where our 35%, we might chop that up and say, if we give you a promo code, your users might get 10% off, you would then get 10% as the dietitian, and then we would come up with 15%. And so our distribution network along all phases of the chain would end up having some value from being part of that. But ultimately, we'd never replace a dietitian. We'd just supplement their existing value offering.
Now, some people don't even use dietitians, and I think that we can try and make the kind of advice from a dietitian a bit more accessible through this kind of solution. But some people have, let's say, gone to a dietitian for years and not necessarily going to switch to like a online solution, especially in these early stages. So we think for those who already do maybe get their advice from a dietitian, now we simplify the next step and can basically provide an alternative revenue stream to dietitians by allowing them to partner with us.